So, bone constantly remodels, rebuilds, breaks down all the time. In your lifespan, if you live to what they consider the average age, your skeletal system will have replaced itself at least 7 times because it is so dynamic. However, we have to make sure that the body's abilities to do that are in place. One of the things we are dependent upon is calcium. Okay? Calcium. We'll see stuff in the grocery stores. Calcium enriched. Like even orange juice, for example, you might see calcium enriched. The milk, calcium enriched. Cereals, calcium. Do you see where I'm going with this? Because we need to get that in our diet because our body has to regulate it. Now, what's going to happen, and we'll learn this when we get to the skeletal system. There are 3 cells that are important in the skeletal tissue, all right? And we have to use calcium with that, okay? So, what this one will do, vitamin D begins in the skin, meaning we need sunlight. Right now, we've been deficient on that because we've been on our short days. We're now moving into the days getting longer. Love it, okay? If you get enough sunlight, it can help with the calcium absorption. If not, this is why they may say, take the vitamin D. Because that will help the foodstuffs that you eat get absorbed from their calcium, get the calcium from them. Now, vitamin D acts like a hormone. And what it will do, it will help to stimulate uptake of calcium and phosphate from the intestines. So, with the broken bone, okay, the foodstuffs that he ate, taking the vitamin D, the hope was that it was going to take in the calcium and the phosphate and deposit it into the bone so that the bone would heal. Does that make sense? Okay, so it'll help also have release of calcium and phosphate from the bones. The reason that may need to take place is if calcium levels are low in the blood, which happens, okay? It'll reduce calcium loss from the kidneys so that we don't excrete it out. And it will increase the calcium levels, which would help deposit it into the bone and hopefully build up the bone for healing, which is kind of cool. So, functions of calcium: bone formation, growth, repair. Calcium is important in blood clotting so that we don't bleed too much. And we'll learn this semester, how important calcium is to nerve and muscle function, which is a reason we need it in our diet. So, this is just a little bit about the conversion of it. But, like I was saying, right now, I'll bet you, everybody, the majority of us in here, we're deficient in our calcium and vitamin D. Because we've spent short days, we haven't had sunlight.
I was reading people's pregnancy experiences the other day, and they were saying how if you're pregnant and you don't get enough calcium, the baby will take it out of your
It will definitely affect the mother. Hopefully that during their prenatal care, they will begin to take like the prenatal vitamins, which are so important at the time of pregnancy. Definitely. But take a break, be back at 9:30.